Hello and good day. I hope you're well. Today's devotional thought takes us to the book of Exodus, and there we find the Israelites finally free from the grasp of the Egyptians. And as they were on their road to freedom, they were promised a land flowing with milk and honey. Unfortunately, it took 40 years wandering in the desert to get there. You see, they weren't quite ready for that promised land. They weren't quite ready for paradise. There were some things that they had to learn, and there were some things that needed to be unlearned as well. But can you imagine the heat of the desert? Many of us can, because we're going through that right now. This summer has been brutal. Can you imagine not having water accessible at all times? Can you imagine snakes and other kinds of pestilences? Even in the midst of those challenges, however, there was beauty in the desert. I don't know about you, but I think the Arizona Sonoran desert has some of the most beautiful, beautiful landscapes and some of the most interesting kinds of wildlife and plants. Just to name a few, there are 350 bird species, 20 amphibian species, over 1,000 native bee species, who knew? And 2,000 native plant species that can be found in the Sonoran Desert. The life found there not only survives, but it thrives. Now, getting back to the Israelites' experience in the desert, they probably had some of these things and more. But the most beautiful thing that they had, the best and sure thing that they had, was the presence of God. He was there with them through that journey every step of the way. He was a fire, a pillar by night to keep them warm. And he was also a cloud, a pillar during the day to shade them from the sun. There is a verse in Joshua chapter 1, verse 1 that reads, "Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." So the word for today is that while you are waiting for your promised land, while you are waiting for some things that you feel like God has promised you to come to fruition, try to find the beauty in the desert. Try to find the beauty in the journey, in the whole journey, and not just the final destination. This world is full of all kinds of hard knocks, and life has its bumps in the road, but there's also beauty and blessings along the way. God bless you, and I hope we can all keep this message in mind.